life-threatening weather approaches. Please consult local media for more information.
This was a message from the Canadian National Public Alert System. We now return to our regular programming.
Well, the radio just said, you caught the end of it there, but they were saying hail and possible tornadoes in the area of Clayton's house. So this might be an interesting way to start the video. But we gotta work on the Sonicstang, so, I mean, not a lot we can do. I brought my food with me, trying to get there quick after work. You know how it is, guys, gals, and everything else. But I'll turn on the GoPro if we run into Twister or something.
At 7:04 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday, Environment Canada has updated a tornado warning for southeastern Manitoba. Extra care and attention should be exercised. The following localities are included in the warning: Victoria Beach, Powerview, Pine Falls, Grand Beach, and Beausejour. Environment Canada meteorologists are tracking a severe thunderstorm that is possibly producing a tornado. Damaging winds, large hail, and locally intense rainfall are also possible.
Well, nothing yet, so we'll see as the night progresses, I guess.
1170s? Oh, where you come from? I laughed like crazy. I think you kind of could have.
That's a proud father right there.
Oh, just watching some old shit.
Oh, are you here?
Yeah, no, just
at horsepower watching my son's videos. Yeah, we're here, and no tornado yet.
Oh, it got dark.
Unfortunately, it got dark. Like, definitely the skies were a little dark on the way here, but I didn't want to start the video before I got this at least started. Look at this. Fabrication Mike with the help of Clayton.
There's no shield gas. So
yeah.
That's why
Oh, yeah, I guess I gotta explain that. Also, this big fancy welder has no gas, so we just used it to tack with no gas, and then Rob is gonna bring all the fart gas tomorrow.
I'm doing a fabricating to, you know, I should have it on hand, but
I've offered to pay. I tried to get you one.
When Rob's is empty, I chip in when we fill it, and then once a year when I need it.
Now this part's in here, it's time to drop the tank in. See how it sits. The thing is, if it's a little too far over to this side, I can just, you know, trim this, because that's the only part on this side that'll be close to.
And we put a 2 or 3 degree lean.
Yeah, actually the that measures level on the level right now, but the car is a little bit down in the front, so once it's on the ground, it'll have a bit of a backwards tilt. Rather than baffles, you know, race car stuff.
Well, a degree or 2 between friends.
Well, dang.
Looks good.
On an initial inspection, it looks about perfect. That gap is good there, and on this gap it has about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. The entire way, I do think it's sitting flat. Tons of room back here, as you can see. And the same up here. So basically we can move the tank forward to backwards a little bit. Decide where we want it. Yeah, that's freaking perfect. So now with the tank in place, we're gonna mock up the other side so it'll be really tight fitting, because remember, these pieces of aluminum are gonna be welded to the tank. The way you get this in and out is the bolts on those tabs. So that's working out perfect. Big Excite, the fuel cell is mounted. Look at that. Perfect clearance down there. Nice and tight over here. And under here, you can see we got the tabs in. It's looking all proper, fancy race car like. As with any fab project on this car, I was getting on Clayton's nerves.
Is this car getting on my nerves?
No, I'm saying any fab project, it gets on your nerves, because I'm very much a measure 50 times.
Well, you don't always use the right tool for the job, but I don't say much.
Anyways, we're gonna continue with this. But yeah, That's pretty good. We really just only have to figure out like the front to back, you know, movement here now where we want it. Then mark it on the aluminum rail with a marker to the tank, and then we'll know to mark or to TIG weld it there at Rob's. And then we'll have a fully custom mounted fuel cell exactly the way that I wanted it, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna finalize stuff with that, and then I think we'll jump on some wiring. Everyone likes wiring. I'll show you how simple it is.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, he's gonna do that. So, as every engine, can't talk.
Every engine will tell you.
As every EFI engine, nah, just like every other EFI engine, this one needs a lot of wires to run.
What's this? Line lock.
That's a line lock.
That goes to the alternator?
Directly, yes. Goes faster that way.
Yeah, there's wiring.
Yeah. Obviously, it's an LS, needs wiring. Luckily, I know a guy that does that, so the wiring is gonna come through.
Does he have time to do it nice? Or is he just gonna fucking toss it in?
Oh, it'll be nice. It'll be nice enough. I have some materials that hopefully will make it turn on nice, but...
You won't even see a wire, he tells me when he's done.
Yeah. Which hole? I don't know. I think this hole is what we're gonna use, which is kind of disappointing looking at it.
You're gonna see wires.
Yeah, it's pretty high. But either way, it'll work, you know, many different ways. But here's the harness. ECM connectors right here, the old blue and green. You know, check engine light, tack, things. And then there's some constant and switch powers for the computer. And then a bit of run of wires, and then we get to the main switch power for all the things. The injectors, the coils, the O2s, all the business. And then we go this way a little bit. This is the coils, you know, separated. I'm gonna be running the MSD two-step box in here. That'll probably be all under the dash, so this will kind of be like that and cut a lot shorter probably. And then I have it marked right here, firewall. So I know, you know, obviously I've worked on this already, and the firewall is gonna be here, and that's the length that works for all these other wires like coolant temp and map and super long cam position sensor, because I have the front cam position sensor, but there's really barely any
plug and play
plugs here, you know what I mean? Ground, like it's already thinned out. So all I gotta do is, these are separated already, but you know, kind of group certain ones together, put ends on them, connect them to the fuse box, done. And then just a few wires here. Connect the ECM, plug in some plugs. If I want to cover it, coat it, and make it look nice.
Do you have an OBD port?
I might have to grab one of those. I've just stolen one out of a vehicle in the past.
Or that?
But yes, we do have to go for junkyard trip number 2, probably this weekend. So wiring begin. All right, figured it'd be a good time to update. So I've got the fuse box here. I terminated all those switch power wires. I just moved the labels down. I still wanted these labels on here because I'm going to transfer that to this tiny little piece of tape that I put on here with this little marker here. And that way it'll be quicker diagnosis if, you know, at the track something happens, because, you know, race car. After that, a lot of this isn't used. I coiled some of this up because that's just stuff that's not going to be used right now anyway. Same with some of this. Check engine light. I mean, who needs a check engine light where we're going? You guys see all the bugs in here? It's like a bug party at night apparently. And yeah, so that's fun. That's why I'm wearing my hood and stuff right now. But getting stuff done. So yeah, I'm gonna tape all this up, clean it up, and we'll do some more stuff. Alright, so fuse box I labeled, writing as small as I could. I mean, it's something, I guess. I could have just used the numbers and made a legend, but just for a quick glance, that's better. This is going to be the constant power for the ECM. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to have my constant power run to here quite yet, but this will be ready to go. So that's done. It's basically done to the ECM connectors now. Like I said, this is all, the fuel pump relay control is there, which I'll have to run to the back because it's going to run the relay back there and everything. But yeah, so it's basically done to the firewall. So it's time to put it in the car. I was just looking in the car to make sure, because I'm thinking of running it through this hole just because it's already there. And you can kind of put two grommets in there hopefully and run two separate, you know, runs of wire. If I'm talking slower, it's because I'm just very tired, guys. But I double checked to make sure the intercooler wasn't going to interfere the pipe getting over the throttle body over there with the wires. But I think that'll be high enough up in there. The glove box obviously goes right here. And that pipe doesn't take up too much space. I'd like to mount the computer off this bar in here under the dash would be ideal. Somewhere in there, not too close to the hole where the intercooler piping goes. But yeah, I have this bracket here. It's way too large to use. It would have to be cut down. And I believe it's past noisy time right now at Clayton's house. Actually, I don't know what time it is, but yeah, I'm going to put the glove box in, and then at least, well, I'll mount that fuse thing to it, I guess. So that's permanent, and then I can start running the wires through the firewall, and we'll see what we can accomplish under the hood. Because as of right now, could basically power this thing up with these two wires, and just connect things, and the harness would work. Connect that to the ECM. So, yeah, it's very close. Now it's just buttoning it up and cleaning it up, making it look good. So I put the glove box in the car. Look at that. Fancy glove box. And, you know, and stuff will sit there. And the cool thing is, too, if needed, you can always do that move. You kind of get at things better. So that's going to be cool. But before I jammed the harness through the firewall, I just thought of something. Did I convert this harness for drive-by cable? And it appears I have not. Because obviously you need these two other sensors in place of the big drive-by-wire plug. The wires for the drive-by-wire seem to be removed from the harness, but for some reason, maybe just ran out of time or I didn't have pins or something, I didn't pin in the new stuff for the drive-by cable. So that's a minor setback. I'm just going through some wire right now, collecting things. I already found the plug for the throttle position sensor. I haven't found a idle air control plug yet, but there'll be one here, or Rob has one, or I'll probably have one at home, so no big deal. Really, the biggest crappy thing about this is all this tape I just did. And I don't really want to run wires outside of the tape and tape more. But in this case, I just might. Crap. Alright, so 2 hours later, and it looks exactly the same as it did before. But I changed a lot of things here. You know, this is the problem with starting something and not finishing it. I forgot how much I did here, so I had to add the two sensors, which I did. And then I started going over the pinout and noticing that a couple wires were different, because this is going to run a blue and red PCM, but it's a blue and green harness. Basically meaning the 99 to 02 harness is the blue and red ECM, and the 03 to 07 is blue and green like this, drive-by-wire usually. So there's some differences, but I think I've got them nailed. The O2 sensors I'll have to double check, but everything else seems fine. So this is still intact how it was. That's all fine. I had to pin a couple wires, so luckily Riley had this extra harness here ready to go. Easiest way to add wires to a harness, just if you can get an old one from the junkyard, pin it, de-pin it, and then you can take the wire. You can even try to pick the correct colors to try and match, you know, what it should be. So if something goes wrong, you can fix it easier. So yeah, it's a lot further ahead than it was when I started. Let's say that. And looks can be deceiving. It's really close to being finished now. But that's where we're going to end this one, because it's like 4:30 in the morning. So yeah, good times. Hope you enjoy watching. And we're going to get a lot done tomorrow, which you guys might not. This is Tuesday night, right? Well, it's Wednesday morning right now. You guys might not see this till Thursday. But the video after this is going to be a lot of business, a lot of finishing, and it's going to be getting really close to the final form. But until then, guys, check you later.